All right, we're back at it again. One Nation Podcast, episode 2. Let's get at it. We got your boy here and Chips. Chips, say hi.
Yup. And
All
boys
right,
and girls, just happy to have you watching our stream, get some more information about the world through One Nation.
all right. So let's get right into it. Today, first topic is going to be space. I'll preface this topic. A wise man once told me, "Why can we go so high, but we can't go so low?" I'm blanking on his name right now, or her name. I don't want to assume. But what do you think about that?
Well, my theory about this is that, you always want to get better, and that you always try to keep going up and keep climbing upwards, keep going up the ladder, keep trying, start at $100. Why not just keep trying to work your way up to 1,000 and then 1,000,000 or something like that? And that's the way I see this, that, you're always working upwards, trying to get to as far away you can, such as like space, I think, is what he's trying to say with that. And you're never really trying to go back downhill after that.
But we've gone to so many planets. We've sent rockets places.
We've gone
Why?
to so many planets. Whoa.
What, we've sent rockets places.
What do you mean
Not
we've gone
humans.
to so
Not
many
humans. We've sent rockets. All right. We've sent rockets to so many places. And what do? We go there. We're not getting anything done. Why don't we go so low into the ocean? We find Atlantis or something.
Well, you see, the thing is that we know that there's nothing way down there at the bottom of the ocean, but we can't tell whether or not there's something out there in space. There's actually been like mathematicians who figured out that like it's probable, or if not almost certain, that there's other like aliens or something out there, just because there's only so many possibilities that there can be out there without being life. And so I think that there's no point in going down when you can just keep going up and out. Like with NASA, when they invented like the space shuttle, not only did we get to the moon, but we also got a ton of brand new technology. Like I think that they invented the wireless screwdriver or something through NASA when they were trying to get to the moon.
All right. Okay. I got a question in the chat. So, if gravity were to be turned on in space, where would everything fall to? Where do you think?
If gravity were to be turned on?
Yep. If gravity was turned on in space, where would everything fall to?
Nothing would fall anywhere.
Really? Why?
They just if you fly straight. Everything would start going tangent to the way that they were going before. So when we're orbiting, if you drew a derivative at where we are and kept going on that line, that's where we'll be going until eventually we hit something like, I don't know, Pluto or Uranus or Big D.
Alright, well, I really don't think you answered the question. So, the Earth, gravity's on an Earth, and it all goes to, like, the center of Earth. Where's the center of the universe?
Oh, okay. I think that you misspoke there.
I think you misspoke there.
Where's the center of the universe? I think that it's all about perspective. I
What do you mean?
heard somewhere like on YouTube or something like that the center of the Earth is wherever you want it to be because everything expands outward from there. Like slowly, everything in the universe is getting farther and farther apart at the same rate, like getting faster as you go away. And so if you put a point anywhere, everything around it would look like it's going outwards at that point. So you can make the center of the universe wherever you really feel like it.
All right.
If you really believe that, like, hey, Earth is the center, then fine. That's your opinion. It's the center because you said it was the center.
All right.
And so we need to keep going out there.
Okay. My question is, so people say that space is always expanding. Do you agree with that? Like, yes or no?
That space is always expanding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's expanding?
Things are just getting farther apart.
Where is it expanding to? And because like, is it expanding from nothing? Was nothing there before? And if nothing was there, is nothing something? Is nothing something? That's all I'm asking.
Nothing's not something, and I don't think that it could have gone from nothing, just because that doesn't make sense. I feel like there's got to be something that it came from. So we've got to be probably expanding from some point, or who knows? We could be like on sort of like cycle where we literally like expand and then gravity pulls into the center and we go back another big bang and we expand again. I don't know.
It's a pretty interesting thought. I know some people that I think our special guest might have something to say about this. Maybe he or she don't want to assume. They might have something to say about this.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Topic number 2 is underage drinking. What do you think about it? Um,
Well,
in my
I'm gonna
opinion,
be.
it's a big issue in our high schools and our colleges. You got people going to football games that'll drink a lot just so they can look cool in front of all their friends. Um, I don't know, like, I'm of course like no one I know, but I've heard of people doing that, and I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I honestly, I think that it's not as big of a problem as people make it out to be because I mean, in Europe, pretty much everywhere else in the world that isn't the United States, because we're special for some reason, we get to use feet instead of meters because, hey, why multiply it times 100 when you can multiply by 12? That's just the type of place that we are. So instead of making drinking age 18, we made it 21, which is just weird. Like you're saying that people can get drafted before they can drink alcohol, which is just it's just ridiculous. It's just straight up stupid.
What do you?
And so in my mind, I don't think that it's as big of a deal as they make it out to be.
How about people? They go out and they can't control it, and then they make themselves look really stupid, and they're like sitting there. They can't even do anything under their own control. Like no one wants that because some people are lightweight and they can't control it. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that if you ever get to the point where you get out of control, it's always illegal.
Oh,
It
okay.
happens with it happens with 30-year-olds. It'll happen with 18-year-olds. It'll happen with 12-year-olds.
What about 17-year-olds?
17-year-olds.
Yeah, preferably
Probably a little bit
lightweights.
less likely to happen at that point
Okay,
because
they'll be able to control it.
yeah, yeah, they'll be able to
Interesting.
control it.
Interesting. All right. So, anything else you have to say on this topic?
Absolutely not. No,
Nope.
I think that we
Okay.
covered it pretty
All
well.
right. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. All right. Topic number.
Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
oh.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I never got your rebuke or whatever you're gonna say about what I said. So, in your mind, do you agree with what I'm saying that like drinking when you're like under 21 or like
Oh, okay.
older than like I don't know like 12 is it that big of a deal?
Um, I think it is because some people don't know how to control it. And if you don't know how to control it, it just kind of ruins everyone's like experience. So I think by the time you're 21, you're kind of able to decide for yourself. But before that, you really have no idea, and then you just kind of make yourself look dumb. So
So, and what if we'll think about this? What if we allowed kids to start drinking younger and we made it more normal for them to drink with their parents, then they would be used to it by that point.
hmm,
Because if you got kids used to drinking in public settings, then would they really? They would be much less likely to just make fools out of themselves when they got to a point in like high school or college, for
I
let's just say, where they tried it out for the first time.
yeah, it is
Or
really
not
bad
the
for
first time.
you. But like, yeah, that's it's really bad for you. So I don't think we should like push like doing that at a younger age, because all the studies show how it's like so much worse than all these things that are already illegal. So
There's actually been studies that have shown that a glass of red wine every day can be good for you.
but not
So
talking
that a
about
small amount of
red
alcohol.
wine here. We're talking about Smirnoff or something, or some like
Yes, and
straight.
we're not talking about alcoholics. We're talking about casual drinkers.
I mean, I don't think most high schoolers
It's
are
been
drinking
shown that
glasses of wine.
continued use. It's been shown that continued use over long periods of time can be harmful to the body, but it hasn't really been shown that every once in a while it'll make a big difference.
Do you think having kids do it at a younger age won't get them hooked and they won't do it the rest of their lives? Because I mean, if they do it when
No,
they're young, I think it will.
what do you mean like get them hooked?
They're gonna do it once, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's fine." Like they'll be
So all
used
the
to it.
kids.
They'll be
So
used to it.
let's be honest. 90% of kids drink in college. At that point, well, why don't they get hooked? Why doesn't everyone get hooked then?
I
What makes
mean,
you think that they're more likely to get hooked if
because
they
they're
can't?
12. If
If they
you're
normal?
saying like 12, they're 12, they should go out and drink with their parents. Because when you're 20, you have a lot better decision making than when you're 12. It'll be
Yes, and parents would be able to control it though.
There's some pretty awful parents.
I don't think that many 12-year-olds would get hammered drunk if it was legal at that age and they had parents to manage it. Because I mean, there are other countries where there is no like drinking age, and it's not a huge problem.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't think it's a good thing. I feel like it's fine where it is now. I feel like there should be some stricter limits, like harsher penalties.
Oh, you believe in harsher penalties?
Yeah, I think it should be harsher penalties.
Prisons aren't full enough.
I think.
It's not like we have more people in jail or prison than like any
not
other country.
you're not going to prison. I'm not going to prison. You should get some heavy fines.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you should go to prison. I just think that being able to have nothing happen to you is like making people not care.
Okay.
I also think you'll have better chances, or people have better chances of making it to football games if it has some harsher penalties. You know, they won't have to like sleep in a car during the game or something random like that. Just talking hypothetical right now.
Yeah. Well, I've never heard of anything happen like that with alcohol.
Me neither. All right, let's move on to topic number 3. Now, this is a heavily requested one from many of our viewers. What is your favorite freshwater shark? I'll start. Personally, mine by far is the bull shark. It can be found in like lakes. It can be found in oceans and even like lakes and streams. And the reason this is my favorite freshwater shark is that they're found like swimming everywhere. I read an article online about one swimming in some flooded streets in Australia, which is pretty crazy because like that never happens. I'd like to hear your thoughts on your favorite freshwater shark.
My freshwater shark is actually the tiger shark from Nicaragua. There's actually one lake in Nicaragua that used to be all ocean, and then it got closed off on both sides, and it slowly became freshwater. So over like the course of millennia, where it became a freshwater lake, the sharks actually adapted with it. So you can find some freshwater tiger sharks there, the only place in the world.
Really? I actually had no idea about that. Because I was gonna say, I found it funny because I didn't think a tiger shark was freshwater, so I guess I was wrong.
It's almost like you set this up to think of the one answer.
No, there's plenty of answers. There's plenty of freshwater sharks. There's plenty of freshwater sharks. Everyone knows.
Yeah, that you could outsmart the shark and the all-knowing.
I mean, we might have to have a shark quiz at some point if you're gonna think you're smarter than me at sharks. We might even have to.
Oh my gosh.
We might even have to.
He's challenging me to a shark knowledge job. This is a future Knowledge Bowl state champion right here.
No.
He's challenging me.
That's that's a top tier meme. Top tier.
He's got the cojones to challenge me.
That's top tier.
Wow.
Hey, we'll bring on someone next week who I know is an expert in freshwater sharks, and he or she will blow you and probably me out of the water. No pun intended.
She'll probably start blowing all of us.
Hey. Or him. You can't assume gender, please. Just no more assuming. Or her. Exactly.
Or whatever their preferred pronoun is, you know.
All right. So, do we have our special guest here?
I will be calling him as we speak. We can just get started using a speakerphone.
All right.
I'll try to get him into the conversation.
Let's get him into this conversation. 1 second. I'm on. Oh, you're good.
Okay, so could you move on to the next slide, please?
I was just waiting. Our special guest for this week is the one, the only, Sean DeWalmather. And he's here as a conspiracy theory expert to talk about some conspiracy theories. Is he on the line yet?
Yeah, he just got on his phone. So some of the conspiracy theories that we'll be talking about are probably the 9/11 conspiracy that some people believe that Bush did it, or maybe like the Illuminati. We could talk about that, you know. Just a whole lot of conspiracy theories that we could talk about. If anybody wants to mention some in the Discord chat or the Twitch chat, we could just...
All right.
So, Sean, we've got you on the phone. Just wanted to let you know that everyone be hearing your thoughts on the matter as an expert.
All right, fantastic.
All right,
Okay,
start him off.
Alex, do
First
you want to get
question. You should tell him. I think he will hear you better.
Okay, so our first question is, what is your opinion on conspiracy theories? Because some people say like it's not a conspiracy if there's evidence to back it up, and it's led to a lot of people thinking about like, oh, maybe Bush did do 9/11, and oh, maybe there is no Golden Fort Knox, So, in your mind, can this be healthy, or is this just a bunch of crazy people?
Of course. I'm thinking that it is important to have conspiracy theories from time to time. They really help to bring people back to the important events. Kept people talking about 9/11, which was pretty significant. It's an important event. Whether or not they're valid, that can be called into question. But
All right. So, I agree with that. It's important to have some conspiracy theories. Just moving around some people on their importance on the show. More important on the right. I'd like to know his thoughts on space. Our first topic. How we talked about how space is always expanding and where's the center of the universe. Can you ask him about that for me?
Hey, Sean. So, what's your view on space, and do you think that we are the center of the universe?
this is the center of the universe, right here.
The
Okay,
Earth?
you heard it from the expert here. We are the center of the universe.
Interesting.
That's
So,
been proven.
what are some other conspiracy theories that you've been thinking about?
Well, there is the classic Bush did 9/11.
Oh, it's always a classic.
Still beams.
Do you think that jet fuel can melt dank memes? That's an important question to ask.
Yeah, it definitely is. Well, there's an important comparison we made here. Jet fuel does not melt steel beams, but it
Proven
can
fact.
definitely make it more malleable, make it bend, right?
Mhm.
So eventually it gets to a high enough temperature that the steel can bend, even though it's not necessarily melted.
That's true. It's important to think about.
How do you feel about that Bush did a Harambe in order to distract the media and the population from the upcoming things that would be happening? Trying to take away from his predecessor. Or
that would definitely be a devious plot to throw a kid with a monkey or a gorilla in order to advance his political goals. Very sinister.
All right.
I'd have to.
Another question about that. Do you think they should have took that mother's life instead over Harambe?
The mother's life?
Yeah, instead of Harambe's life.
How would that have helped anything?
Well, instead of Harambe dying, they could have taken the mother instead.
Because then Harambe could have adopted the child, and because there'd be the mother just doesn't belong in the world if that's the type of thing that she's gonna do, just throw her child in the gorilla cage.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
No comment on that one.
All right, fair enough.
All right, okay. I'm just throwing up a picture on for the stream. Important.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate your views on this, Sean.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sean. Really appreciate you coming on.
See you later, Sean.
What beverage are you sipping there? Chip?
I am drinking water out of a large red onion glass.
Right.
Trying to stay hydrated,
Just like at the football games, right?
Yeah. Got a lot of ice, just as Wally knows I like it, just because, got to keep the water nice and cold.
Well, excellent. Best of luck in your future topic discussion endeavors.
Yeah, thanks for coming along, Sean.
Yep. See you later.
See you, Sean.
All right.
All right. Well, that concludes. Well, actually, let's go. Let's see if any of the chat has questions for us to answer. So if you have any questions down in chat, feel free to post them right now. We'll just give them a couple seconds to see if they have anything to ask.
Yeah, so I can't actually see the stream right now, but if
Uh-oh.
you'd like, you could
I'll read them off.
tell me about anything that comes up.
Well, I'm sure, our great audience, very intelligent, they'll have some very in-depth questions to ask. I think we should just throw this little picture up here.
Yeah, just it's a nice memorial that people just shouldn't forget about it.
All right.
Is that a lot?
One question. Someone is really interested in the space topic. They said, what if someone is looking into our universe like it's a fish tank? Have you ever thought about it like that?
I have, and there's nothing that we could really do about that. If they're looking at us like we're a fish tank, then they're so much farther ahead of us that may as well live in the fish tank because we're not going to get out. We can't beat this thing.
But what if you feel like if we went so low that we got through the fish tank? Think about that.
I just lost some IQ points.
Well, didn't we all? I'll move it.
Absolutely not. In fact, I'd say that we got a lot of information out there during this session.
All right, so we also have some other questions. Let's see. One viewer wants to know if you've had any personal experience with illegal substances. No. All right, good to know.
Nope.
All right, okay, I've seen this question millions of times from all of our viewers. Is Joe Flacco elite? It's the question on everyone's mind.
I picked up Joe Flacco for 1 week. That man scored me 12 points. Cam Newton's been averaging like 26 ever since. He's trash. He belongs in the dumpster. See why and get him out of my league.
I feel completely opposite. His O-line is trash. His wide receivers are trash. He is the most elite quarterback in the league right now. Show me one fact that states otherwise.
You know what Sam Bradford did when he got a trash O-line and a trash running back and a trash wide receiver?
What did he do?
He led the Vikings to 6-0.
They're not all trash though.
If Joe Flacco can do it, then he's not elite because Sam Bradford can do it. Easy.
No. Get out of here.
You're simply wrong.
A wise man said, I beg to and differ. No, I'm gonna beg to and differ right around now. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what other questions there are. All right, here's a good question. How do you feel about the consumption of drugs and the increased rate of automobile crashes in the United States? So there's a pretty obvious correlation. If you consume more, you crash more.
Are you sure that there has been more and more automobile crashes?
There has.
What about if you compared that to the use of phones? As people have been using more and more phone devices, smartphones. That.
I think what the question's asking is.
I took stats last year, and I would say that makes me has a little bit of a history with this subject. That this. Just because you find a correlation between things doesn't explain causation. Correlation does not explain causation. So you could find a correlation between the amount of light hitting the earth in a second with the amount of strawberries grown in that second. Doesn't mean that one thing causes.
I don't even know what you're talking about at this point. All right, here's a question. How do you feel about students being able to get extra time on standardized tests and be compared to the same category as others that didn't need extra time?
I'd say that's fine.
Really?
It happens all around the country.
I feel like it's unfair because, if someone's gonna take a test and they get 2 hours, and they score decent. But someone says, "Oh, I need to take longer on this test. I need another hour to take it." And then they still get graded the same. I feel like that's really unfair to the kid that took it normally. Like,
Well, let's say that you got two kids. One of them is a pretty smart kid. The other one's a pretty smart kid. They both go to the same school. It's just that one of them has a long history of everything from MCAs, PSATs, the PLAN test, GPA, class rank, the whole shablam. And then he's just beating him in everything. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the other guy just beats him by 2 points on the ACT, and the other guy is diagnosed with something that is shown to make him take a little bit longer on these standardized tests. Do you really believe that the person deserved that higher score, or do you think that it could be a coincidence?
I feel like if you have something that shows that you need extra time, so we're all classifying it into one disability. All right, if someone has that, there's so many different levels. Not all of them need one amount of time. So
well, you see, there are actually some people that can get up to 2.5 times the amount of time if they have some more severe case of that. So
there is. So is there like different break-off points of how much time you need depending on what you scored on the slow test? I'm not sure what to call it. On the
Yes,
there is.
in case you're wondering.
Not a. I still don't think that they should be graded on the same scale. I feel like there should be like something that says they.
Evidence for reason because I labeled off a few things.
I feel like they should have like some stipulation to it.
Like, give a statement just like about like this is why, this is a reason.
Do what? I need a statement. I don't come with facts. I come with opinions. I don't think that people that got extra time should be graded on the same scale as people that didn't get extra time.
Okay. See, the thing here is that I feel like when you say "I feel," you're just stating an opinion.
Yeah, because it is an opinion. I don't just spit facts.
Okay.
It's actually impossible.
Some sort of research to back it up.
I mean, whatever I say is an opinion. Whatever I say is an opinion.
You didn't even. You stated something about how everyone got the same amount, no matter what level they were in. It wasn't true.
I know, and I was wrong, and then you corrected me, and then I made a different statement, and now you're saying it. I need to state a fact.
Yeah, I'd just prefer for some sort of reasoning.
Well, that's my opinion, so that's my reasoning. It's because I think it's right.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so here's another question coming from my main man. He says, "What's your main in league, and what rank are you?"
My main is actually Mari. You can look me up on op.gg. I'm a Diamond 5 rank right now. I'm an ADC main, and so you can just look me up whenever you want.
All right. Can they catch you streaming somewhere on Twitch? Of your games?
No, I'm actually going to get the challengers, and I can get my jacket.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to start the only jacket stream as soon as that happens.
An only jacket stream? Wow.
Where I'm just going to be wearing a jacket the entire stream, every stream,
All right.
It's just going to be my...
Well, I think that's all the questions we've had. I'm going to end it off. I saw someone wanting a water bottle flip, so let's try it out. You couldn't see it.
Kill yourself.
It landed 100%. 100%. It's up. It landed. 100% it landed. That's it, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to say that this is the conclusion of the One Nation stream for the day.
Thanks for joining in, everyone.
For some more topics, and this is Ben Wilson, aka Chips, signing out for the day.
Yeah, Alex Walrath. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. You can find our YouTube and Twitter on there, or you can find our YouTube from our Twitter. DM us questions or type them in Twitch chat. Well, for next week's. All right, thanks for tuning in, everyone. See ya.